Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it is Friday.
I've created a monster, cause nobody wants to see more, so no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. Hey! You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. So
Well, Anthony in Chicago Heights said he was waiting for that all morning. He's been up since 3, and he's in the middle of his second shift or third shift job, however you want to calculate those hours, from 3 a.m. till noon. Good Lord. And there's people out there working, keeping this city going. And Anthony's one of them in Chicago Heights. So thank you, Anthony. Glad you got your Friday song ready to go. It's 10 degrees. Hopefully this is the last 10-degree morning of 2025 here in Chicago. If I put that kind of pin on it, doesn't it make it feel better?
That manifestation?
Yeah, I'm manifesting it. I'm present in this journey to get to 80 degrees.
I will take a colder day just to hear you not say that again.
Well, that's very mean because of anybody that hates cold, it's you.
I do hate cold, but I just feel like you're just not my guru of choosing.
That's also mean and terrible.
I'm
It's not
shocked to hear
mean.
that.
Yes, it is.
Am I your guru?
No, but that's okay.
It's different.
I don't think you would choose me as a guru, and I am fine with that.
Well, listen, today's show, normally I wouldn't go through the whole show plan right now on the first break, but this is so stacked. I want to make sure you put little notes in your phone, memories, because people like Tony in Chicago Heights might forget he's doing real work out there.
Go off, King. What do we got?
So just in a few minutes, let's say 6:15, we're going to give you that first keyword for a chance at Pearl Jam in Nashville, a total VIP trip. For most shows in Chicago, that would be enough. Mm-hmm. It's already incredible. No one's doing that, but we're doing it.
We'd stop there and just be boring for the next 4 hours, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we could play some 21 Pilots and stuff like that with great music like we always do. However, there's more. There's a lot more. Obviously, we're going to recap USA, Canada, and sports at 7, and after that at 7:10, Lumineers tickets for Soldier Field, which might be the last pair, at least it is for sure this week for us, to give away in Clash with Kenzie. You beat her in trivia, you get him, but we give them away no matter what. Then we're going to move into 8 o'clock, where Case's movie review. It's one of the most anticipated ones I've had because The Terminator is an iconic movie. Case is so fearful and scared of AI. We finally did it. The Terminator at 8 o'clock.
Woo!
Uh-huh. It's also kind of, he's already seen it, obviously. The review's coming up. He's not going to watch it the next 2 hours and then review it.
I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah. But I can already tell he's laughing right now, but it ruined him. It ruined him.
I got to work that into my next contract where I can watch the movie on Friday morning during the show.
Well, that's what should be happening. That's like during your paid hours.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yep. No minutes.
I'm looking up a crime right now.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody's just doing their own thing. It's all good. So then after that, a special surprise today at 8:20, Disturbed. So David Draymond, the singer of Disturbed, and Dan Donegan, the guitar player, both DM'd and posted about the mashup I did after the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar and Disturbed, saying, if you just missed that thing, we're going to play the mashup again.
I'll play right now. It's in there.
Do I have it in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically after the Super Bowl, which Kendrick Lamar did a tremendous job, but for me personally, I was just kind of like, I'd be like, here's some guitars. What if, I just threw it out there. What if Disturbed collabed with Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl halftime show, and it might have sounded something like this.
wicked or weakness. Yeah. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Bitch, sit down.
heard that.
They heard it. And they replied and even
They sure did.
it's got over 20,000 views on Instagram and on YouTube. There's going to be a smash acceleration today later on when we talk to David Draymond from Disturbed. He wanted to talk about that. Also, give us their new song. We'll be the first ones to play the new Disturbed song. And tickets to the just about sold out Disturbed 3 Days Grace 7 does show at the United Center, the Madhouse. The first time they've headlined United Center. They've played the United Center, but never headlined it. And I think there's like 4 tickets available for seats as Case looked over the seating chart. So we have that. We have Kenzie's Crimes. It is a stacked show for you today. Just sit back, enjoy, but make sure you got all those markers in your phone if you want to make sure there's one part of that you want to hear. We'll obviously let you know beforehand. It's coming up in a few minutes, for example, like the Pearl Jam VIP trip to Nashville, just about 6 minutes away.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this is kind of a fun one today. So, the number one show that people in other countries watch to learn English. So, think of, I don't know, a show that would be good for that. Maybe something that would be maybe weird and you wouldn't think it would be the one that they choose. I don't know. Kenzie, top of your head, like you hear that. What do you think it is?
I'm trying to think of something that would play everywhere. Like, I know a lot of people like to watch, like, telenovelas to, like, learn Spanish. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to do, like, the English. I'm going to say, like, General Hospital. I think it's the longest running show. It's everywhere.
And I'm not going to sidetrack too far here, but were you ever into soaps like General Hospital?
I wasn't. My mother-in-law to this day watches General Hospital, and you watch it via Hulu now, and she got locked out. She uses our Hulu, and she got locked out. And it was a thing.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
See, because they have all these episodes. It's like the law. It's like they drop by the second.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm missing everything.
Kenzie, dear, can you change your password so I can get access? Because it locked me out. Thinks I'm not you anymore.
Do you know how many times we've been texted and called because she can't get to General Hospital?
I will say this. Back in my sports talk days, having talked to many professional football players, the number one thing they watch is soap operas.
Really?
Yeah, they love As the World Turns.
That's fun.
I would have these conversations with these 300-pound, 6'8" dudes talking about, you know, when Jeannie cheated on her husband, and because they're so geared toward so high energy of the practice of the day, and when they the downtime, it's kind of like, I think, me in a way where I don't necessarily want to dive into a new show. I want just Entourage.
You just want to watch Entourage
yeah,
over and over again.
And then Sopranos, and that's what they want. But they get in these stories, and soap operas are actually pretty edgy. There's
they are.
a lot of stuff going on there. You see a lot of violence.
Yeah, I worked with a bunch of soap opera actors on a film a few years ago. I was helping out as a PA. They're all awesome. They're all fantastic people. They're super fun to be around.
They're amazing.
Well, they also say because they have to turn around scripts almost quicker than any other kind of show.
Yeah, it's a machine.
So they have to be on point. And so, yeah, General Hospital. Case, what do you think of a show that people in other countries watch the most to learn English?
Probably Deadliest Catch. I'm just trying to think about like an adrenaline-seeking action-adventure show. It's probably Deadliest Catch.
But, like, also, don't you think that they get into it thinking it's going to be a show about, like, arresting people?
Maybe.
And then they're like, it's fish?
Yeah, it's fish. It's well, it's crab, actually. Yeah, it's fish.
And then next season, it's still about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about Deadliest Catch. You know what you're getting into.
What a show.
They're still catching these fish.
It turns 20 next month, and we will be talking about it for the 20th anniversary of Deadliest
God.
Catch.
We just did.
I have it on the calendar already.
No.
Done and done. All right, so when we come back here in 3 minutes, we'll tell you the show that most people, the number one show that other countries or people in other countries watch to learn English.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, a fact that makes your brain go. And it's the number one show that people in other countries watch to learn English. And we actually have two. Number two, to me, is more hilarious than number one. Number one's pretty much expected. So Kenzie guessed General Hospital, the soap opera, because it's super long running. Might be like 50, 60 years, I think it's been on. Since TV's been on, I think it's been on. And then Case thought Deadliest Catch, which would be great. Before I give you the answer, I have to check in with Dodger Boy, who said, my ex, who lived in Germany for 5 years, once told me she watched MTV and Pimp My Ride on
Hell
that
yes.
specifically to learn English.
German, to learn German.
Oh, because they dubbed it in German, so they. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what she loved. Yes.
I need to watch Pimp My Ride in German.
Really? That's what you're going to spend your time with?
That might be Friday afternoon.
Wow.
Yep, that's it.
Think about how aggressive that show would be in German.
Should I find some of that right now? give me a minute. We'll find it. Let's give you the answer first. It blows your mind.
That and punked in German would just be so like, you'd be like, oh my God, are these people getting killed?
So the number one show is Friends that people in other countries watch.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I guess that's not the longest running show by any means, but certainly one of the most popular shows in the history of television.
Can I say something about Friends?
Sure.
So I live with my girlfriend. We always find a show to binge before we go to bed every night. I'm watching Friends for the first time ever. Funny show.
Pretty good.
I had no idea. I thought this show was going to suck. We're now deep into season 8. Rachel's pregnant. I don't know what's going to come of that. I found out who the father is a few days ago. Funny show. I was unfamiliar with how funny Friends is.
Hot take.
Yeah.
How brave of you.
Well, I don't know. I thought it was going to be...
Yeah. That's also on track for you. Just to think it sucked without sampling it.
I thought it was going to be a show full of yuppies that didn't offer any comedic value, and I wasn't a fan of it. But turns out, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Monica and Chandler, funny couple. A few scenes with them that make me a little uncomfortable because it's like looking in a mirror with my girlfriend.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like the first
Which
season.
one are you?
Yeah, Chandler.
I'm Chandler.
Oh.
Not really. I think Chandler was incredible in season 1. That's why I think the first season of Friends. And then I think they pulled him back a little bit. They said
They probably needed to.
because it was so good, the first season of Friends.
I like the later seasons have been. I didn't realize the show had as much depth as it did. The storylines I find to be very emotionally gripping. I'm into the show. I'm into Friends. Who knows?
Clearly.
Yeah, good stuff.
God, that's a bonus review from Case this morning on Friends
Yeah.
before the Terminator
Please
8
comes on
o'clock.
and goes, have you guys heard of the show called Friends?
Love it. The funnier one is number 2 to me, and so this is the number 2 show that people in other countries watch to learn English. It is The Simpsons.
Oh, that's not good.
That's what I mean. It's awesome, and it's a lot. You're kind of related to General Hospital. It's been on for 40 years almost, so it's long running. But I just think it's funny to learn English from The Simpsons.
I'm just going to concerned they're going to think that that's how we all act or something.
I just picture someone getting off at O'Hare from Uzbekistan, and their luggage falls on their foot, and they go, "Dow!"
That's what I mean.
I think think about the wide variety of characters, all the different backgrounds of those characters. It's kind of the perfect show to learn a language from. You get different dialects in it.
Sure.
It's educational.
I love it. The cab takes him to the wrong address. The guy goes, "Eat my shorts." Be amazing.
Bart really had a run. An all-timer.
An icon,
An
if
icon,
you will.
really an icon.
Well, this leads us to our favorite audio from The Simpsons ever when Homer buys guns. Just leave you with that.
I'd like to buy your deadliest gun, please.
Aisle 6, next to the sympathy cards. Whoa, careful there, Annie Oakley.
I don't have to be careful. I got a gun.
Well, you probably want the accessory kit, holster,
Oh, yeah.
bandolier,
Baby.
silencer, loudener, speed cocker.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
And this is for shooting down police helicopters.
Oh, I don't need anything like that. Yeah. Just give me my gun.
Sorry, the law requires a 5-day waiting period. We've got to run a background check.
5 days, but I'm mad now. I'd kill you if I had my gun.
Yeah, well, you don't.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And listen, coming up, let's see, 3 weeks from today.
That's right.
3 weeks from today. Let's go. Our St. Patty's Day broadcast at Lizzie McNeil's. It's the 37th annual Brian and Kenzie St. Patty's Day broadcast at our favorite spot, Lizzie McNeil's, which is a stone's throw from NBC Tower, right on the river. If you go to Navy Pier, let's say, it's just right in that quadrant. It's very easy to get to. And it is the best view of the river dying for the whole weekend, all the St. Patty's Day festivities. And we started, because we're doing it on Friday the 14th, obviously St. Patty's Day the 17th, But we started because all the Chicago festivities are that whole weekend. So we started Lizzie McNeil's, and we have a new add-on to this. Besides all the regular giveaways, concert tickets, elite concert tickets every 15 minutes. But the first 50 people in get Q101 pint glasses.
Correct.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're going to be filled and refilled a lot because I got to get there early because every year with this.
Because you want a pint glass.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I want 6. I want a set.
You can't do that. You're not going to get greedy. There's people waiting. I'm not going to allow it. You took all the Oasis tickets. No one else is going to be there.
Can I have 2 pint glasses?
No, you cannot.
No.
Because I tend to.
And you know what? If Megan wants one, she's going to get her ass in line. I'm done with you guys and all your stuff.
Good for you, Kenzie. I agree.
I tend to break pint glasses, though. I don't know how.
Are you Andre the Giant? Are you
The
squeezing
Hulk?
No, I drop them when I'm drinking. Duh.
I'm going to bring a Yeti for Brian. He's not allowed to have a glass.
Everybody always says, let me put a koozie on that thing for you. Now I'm good. I'm drunk uncle on Saturday Night Live. So it'll be 6 to 10 a.m. We do the show live from there. It is a blast. And every year we love it because the people at Lizzie's are great. And you guys are great for getting there before the doors open. So again, that, concert tickets, and Case's movie review. It's a Friday. We'll be doing it live from there. We're going to do The Departed.
That's right. That's right. I can't wait. It's my dad's favorite movie, I think. One of his favorite movies. He's been mad at me for years for not watching it. I'm finally going to make my dad proud and watch The Departed and talk about that at Lizzie McNeil's on Friday, March 14th.
Has he really been mad at you for years?
Oh, about a variety of things.
I was going to say, is there other things that are piling on?
The Departed comes up to a shocking amount of, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie. And a year ago, I was like, well, we'll hit it for the show eventually. And now we're going to hit it Friday, March 14th at Liz McNeil's.
We didn't talk about this, and I just feel like he should have been watching the movie where the leprechaun's a murderer for St. Patty's Day.
Is that called The Leprechaun, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to watch that. I'd rather watch The
I know
Departed.
you don't.
Horror movie month is over. But put that on the docket for Halloween this year.
Oh, boy.
The Leprechaun.
I do want to make it clear because I'm already seeing text on the text line about this. Remember, the broadcast is obviously from 6 to 10. It's the same time the show normally is. If you can't get there at 6, but you can get there at 7, we will welcome you in the door at 7. If you can't get there until 9:30, we'd be happy to have you there. It's a free event. We're giving away concert tickets, maybe Deftones tickets, I heard, might be given away there. The biggest shows of the year will have concert tickets there. It's the biggest party of the year. I look forward to it every year. It's Kenzie's first time at Lizzie McNeil's.
That's right.
Last year she had a freaking baby right before St. Patrick's Day.
So true.
It's true.
It's true.
So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Kenzie gets indoctrinated.
I don't want whatever you just said to happen to me.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, we have sports coming up. All we're going to talk about is USA Canada last night. So much happened in that hockey game and the anthem war. Who booed who? And how did it go? There was a plot twist in this anthem war between the USA and Canada that's unprecedented. I'm going to lay it all out for you. We have the audio. If you missed it, we'll play it all for you in about 4 minutes after Incubus. But Kenzie, I understand we have a birthday out there.
So yes, Adam, the electrician, texted in. He said, it's my birthday today. He's turning 39. He goes, 1 more year till he's an adult, is what he texted.
Damn right.
And then he said, if I heard Adam, son of a bitch, come on the radio, I would literally cry while at work. I love you guys so much. Keep doing what you're doing. And then this little heart around the faces, which is one of my fave emojis. So, I mean, we have to do it. We have to call him a son of a bitch on his birthday.
We do. And 39 is a big birthday. Like you said, live it up for that last year before 40, man. Adam, son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Oh, there you go. And here is Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Amazon is now in charge of the James Bond franchise. Well, say goodbye to the villain being a bald industrialist plotting world domination. Constantly checking your phone could be a sign of depression, and the depression gets much worse if the phone you're checking is a Samsung. U.S. News and Wallet Hub named Memphis, Tennessee the most dangerous city in the U.S. You can tell it's a tough town. Kids there play Glock paper scissors. The IRS is firing 6,000 workers in the middle of tax season. Finally, some good news. And Frasier star Kelsey Grammer turned 70 today, although he's looked 70 for the past 20 years. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.